Hi everybody, I'm here with Barbara Monroe, the communication specialist here at Heritage Park. Behind us is a salt shack or salt house. So Barbara, tell us about this small building.
Sure. So at the turn of the century, you would have seen over 1 million of houses like this across the prairies. So basically, when Western Canada was settled, people were coming from Europe, they were coming from Eastern Canada. They would come out to Western Canada with a promise of beautiful land that they could buy and farming. And so they would buy a plot of land. They would come across on the train.
Okay.
They would get off the train and they would come to their plot of land, and there would have been nothing here.
Wow.
There were no trees, there were no houses, nothing. So this was a very quick and affordable way to get a house up. So to build a sod house like this, which is built out of the dirt,
Okay.
would cost you around $6.
$6?
$6 versus building a house out of lumber, which would cost you about $1,000.
Wow.
This is in about 1900.
Wow.
So there was a lot of people that put these up. They were cool in the summer, they were warm in the winter, but when it rained, you had lots of rain continuing to come into your house for days.
Okay.
You had lots of bugs and snakes and critters
Oh.
that could come through the dirt. So it was a very not pleasant way to live. And can you imagine, say you're coming from London and you had maybe a brick house, a beautiful brick house, you lived in a big bustling city,
Yeah.
and then you would have come here and you would have lived in a dirt house. So it would be quite a shock for people to come out here. Winters were cold and hard in the early days, so our early settlers were very hardy.
Okay.
Very hardy people. And we put this up in the 70s and it's still standing.
Wow.
That's how sturdy it is.
This is a cold room back in the days where you can store your vegetables, fruits to preserve them. And it looks so wonderful. Hello once again, I'm still here with Barbara. We are somewhere behind us is a property that is so significant to this park. A man called Sam Livingston used to own a farmland on which this park is seated on today. And there's a rich history behind this man and the property behind us here. So I'm going to allow Barbara to give us a brief, information or history behind this building behind us.
Thank you. Well, Sam Livingston was one of the first settlers to come to Western Canada. So he actually came from Ireland, came over to California for the gold rush, and then followed the bison up north, and he settled here. And the story goes that he saw this beautiful piece of land, fired his gun in 4 directions, and claimed this land for himself.
Wow.
So Sam and his wife Jane, who was a Métis woman,
Okay.
they had 13 children, and they lived in this house behind us here.
Same original house.
Yes. There was an addition to the house, but this was the original house, and it was built down where the Glenbow reservoir is now. That was a river, and then when they flooded the river to make the Glenbow reservoir, which is Calgary's drinking water, they moved the house up here. And I think that was really the catalyst for starting Heritage Park on this property, is because they had this incredible piece of history that was already here. So as you can see behind us here, we have a garden as well. Sam was an avid farmer, gardener, hunter. He brought apple trees to the area.
Wow.
He brought modern farm equipment to the area.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, he was a great man. He started the Settlers Union Rights Group. And when Sam passed away, there was a parade through downtown Calgary because he was so revered in the community.
Wow. Thank you, Sam Livingston. Thank you so much for doing this. Now, we're going to go inside this original building and get to see or feel a bit of Sam Livingston. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go check out Sam Livingston's house. This is good.
No, this is a rag rug, yes. Everything had to be reused over and over and over again. So if you have an old tablecloth, old blanket, old clothes, that all went into the blanket, all into the...
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so they would just take the rags into strips like this, and they'd put it underneath here, and they'd run it along here.
And pull it out.
Yeah, and pull it out.
Wow.
Yeah. So the ladies in here that work in here, the other ladies that work in here, they do this. But I do the beading. So I have the beading there, because I'm Métis, so I do the beading. Because Jane Livingston was also a Métis, so a lot of her moccasins would have been made for, you know, for the locals, for her own children, and for the new people that were coming to Calgary. I made the soup, and then I just soak up the fire. Right here.
How old you said this stove was?
How old is the stove? This one's from about 1900. Yeah, 1900.
This is from 1900, and it still works.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful, lovely smelling stew
Yeah,
that was just made.
I made the bread there too.
And the bread.
There's a display right there.
This is a coffee grinder. When the beans comes in, they put it over here, and then they roll this, and the coffee comes from here. Let's go upstairs and check out the rest of Sam Livingston's building. Hello, I'm here with Megan. Is going to be telling us more about Heritage Park. So Megan, what do we have here?
So here we have the Berry Creek detachments. So this would be an RCMP encampment, a police station, if you will, in the olden days.
Wow.
Yes, and then right next door, we have Drew's Saloon.
Oh, we have a policeman.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I have a policeman.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Indeed. Come on in, sir. Come on.
Let's go inside and...
Have a look.
Wow.
Come here, come with me.
Okay.
I'm going to have to put you in jail.
Sorry, please.
Sit down right
Sorry.
here. Sit down right here in the chair.
Sorry.
Okay. I'll put on the leg irons here. Now, these will only be cold for a couple of days. Okay? They'll warm up after a couple of days. I'll put my lock on there. And there you are, sir.
It's going to bail me out.
Well, we're going to wait for the circuit court judge to come by.
When would that be?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yes.
Oh my God.
6 weeks.
So I'm going to be here for 6 weeks.
You'll be here for 6 weeks, sir. But don't worry, I'll let you out of the leg irons to do what nature requires.
So
a couple times a day.
Is there food, some bread?
Oh yes, I'll feed you. Yeah, you'll sleep on the floor here.
On the floor?
Yes, you will, sir. I'll be sleeping on my cot over here.
That's not fair.
Oh, well, you broke the law. That's how it works. Now, I am in a good mood today. Since this is only your first offense,
thank you.
I'm going to let you go this time.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
So, what kind of cases do you handle in this station?
Well, we're basically going to be looking for horse thieves and cattle rustlers.
Wow.
People that are stealing the settlers' horses. And if we catch them, that is where they will end up, right there.
So, what are these? What are these?
Well, these are leg irons as well. These are handcuffs.
Wow,
So you say, sir,
back
I won't
then.
pinch your fine jewelry, which, by the way, that would go on like that. I'd put the 2 locks on there, and there you go, sir. You are now.
Wow. This is
a
even
prisoner.
more better than the handcuffs having this day.
There we go. I don't want to break your watch.
This is beautiful.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good. We're a 2-man detachment here at Berry Creek.
Okay.
One will be here meeting with the settlers. One will be riding the range.
Wow.
Tomorrow I'll grab my Enfield off the wall, grab my saddle, mount up my horse Thunder, and head out on my day patrol. Now I'll be out for the entire day. When I get back about 8 o'clock in the evening, my partner should have a pot of beans cooking here for us and a good
Whoa.
cup of coffee.
Wow.
And then after we're done that, we will light our coal oil lamp and get down to some serious checker playing. 'Cause you see, sir, there's not a lot to do out here in the prairies at night.
So, on the average, how many criminals to come?
We'll deal with a dozen or so in a year here, and then hopefully over time that will abate and there won't be as many, and then we know we'll be protecting Queen Victoria's honor.
Wow.
Out here in the territories.
Queen Victoria. Wonderful. Wow, this is cool.
I have delivered babies right here in the detachment.
Babies?
Yes. You know, it's not in the manual at all, but you know, we have to do what we have to do. You see what happens is the lady's midwife doesn't make it over to the homestead, so we are the next warmest, cleanest place, so they will come here as the last resort.
Wow.
Absolutely. Let me see now. I've delivered 3 babies in the last 5 years, sir.
What?
2 boys and 1 girl. But I have to profess to a little bit of disappointment.
What? What was that?
I haven't had any named after me yet.
That is so not fair.
Maybe it'll happen soon.
Yeah, it should happen.
Maybe it'll happen soon.
And this is for the horse.
That's for my horse, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Beautiful.
Excellent. Very good.
And this is...
That's my office. Wow. That's my office right here.
Just a space.
Yeah, I'll put this down here.
And then...
This is where we do our business, right here.
And play the game of chess.
Checkers.
Checkers.
Right here. Yes,
wow.
Absolutely, sir. And of course, it is Queen Victoria's honor we are defending out here in the territories.
I love that.
My Enfield rifle.
Wow.
Yeah, when it's my turn to go on patrol, I will take that off the wall, grab my saddle, mount up my horse Thunder, and head out on my day patrol, sir.
So when do you have to use this?
Well, whenever there's any serious trouble. Horse thieves, you know, if they start firing at me, we will fire back.
Wow.
Fortunately, I haven't had to cause too much damage yet, but...
you said too much damage. That means you've caused some damage.
There are other times, too, you know, where we might run across the wild animals, so we have to be prepared. It is the whiskey trade we are trying to stop coming up from the United States.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got that done pretty much, so it's getting to be a pretty boring job now, so...
All right.
But better boring than dangerous, right, sir?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
The pay is excellent.
Oh.
$1 a day.
You mean $1 a day?
Yeah, but you know what the beauty is, sir? There's no place out here to spend my money, so I'm saving it up.
Cool.
And when I retire as a Mountie, I'll have enough money to buy a nice homestead.
That's cool.
Maybe I'll maybe take on a wife. You know, I can't have a wife.
Why you're working?
No.
Why is that?
Allowed wives. Oh, it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair to the ladies. Too dangerous. It would be too dangerous. So we are not allowed to be married here. And
so when do you get to retire? At what age?
Well, at whatever time I choose. Whatever time I choose, I imagine I'll still go for another 7 more years.
Now, I'm wondering, in this moment, if it's historically accurate for me to be in an establishment such as this currently. I don't know. I think we should have our gentleman speak more to it. This is where the gentleman would come and hang out and get the gossip on the town.
Two things were in play. First off, actually, children were here between 10, 11, and 12, boys and girls, because they were farmhands at that age.
Okay.
When women reached the age of 16-ish, they were married. So at that point, just inappropriate for them to be in a place such as this. They wouldn't have been caught dead here.
Oh.
Not only that, too, a man's perspective of water in the day was that it was for drinking and for survival. You wouldn't start out your day not knowing where there was a water well or a river or a lake, because that's how you survive. Bathing with it was sheer lunacy. It was a waste of water. So it smelled bad in here all the time. No self-respecting female wanted to be here with that as well.
I get it right now.
I do believe I'll make my way out.
So, bye-bye to Megan.
But Prohibition was on at the same time. And so as a result, Prohibition meant that you couldn't sell liquor, but only medicinal alcohol. Well, it still came out of the same barrel.
Yeah.
And so it was a matter of it would be to the gentleman that came in the door, I would ask them for a doctor's note.
Okay.
And it was just a formality, because if they didn't have one, they still were able to come in here.
Okay.
And so it was the working man's bar here. smelled bad. The game was poker, much like the kids today play Xbox and Game Boy. In the day, it was poker.
Nice.
Kids get in trouble sitting in their room playing, online games that all night. In the day, men played poker all night.